Hey everybody, Levi here. I thought I'd make a video and talk a little bit about SEO, what it is, and does it really work? I feel like that's a super common question that I get from friends, people I meet on the street, or really whatever, and they hear about it and they're not sure. Like, is it real? Is it a scam? And how does it work? So I thought I'd just put together a quick video and just kind of go over the nuts and bolts of it all. So to start off, what is SEO? So SEO, or what it stands for, search engine optimization, is a process of enhancing a website so that you can improve its ranking in search engine results pages, or SERP, or SERPs for short. And really, what you want to do here is increase both the quality as well as the quantity of organic traffic by making your website more relevant to search engines and authoritative to search engines, so that when your prospective customers and clients type in, blank near me, plumber near me, Thai food near me, whatever, they see you instead of your competitors and ultimately come to your site and they call you. So that's what SEO is and sort of the main acronyms. The next big thing I hear about and people always ask about is, does SEO work? And it definitely does, but it's a really long-term process. SEO is an ongoing effort, and it requires patience and it requires continuous updates. It's not something you just do quickly and quickly take care of over the course of a week. It's something you work on over the course of several months and slowly but surely see improvements. So I think that's really important. It's something I hear about all the time. But yeah, it's definitely not like a little tweak. It's not a button you click. It's, doing the work, getting the elbow grease in there and making sure everything's set up right. And kind of getting into, does it work? It absolutely does. And an interesting stat that Google's published is that 53% of web traffic comes from organic search. So over half the people who ever go to a website come from organic search traffic. So not only does it work, it's the majority of people come to things from search traffic. So super important and really crucial. Next thing, cost of SEO. How much does it cost? So the costs definitely vary, and it depends on a lot of things like the website size, the industry, complexity, and service level. But as a really broad range, people, if they're doing SEO, are going to be spending somewhere between $500 and $5,000 a month. And things that will vary, or that will contribute to various numbers, is who are they working with? If you're working with a really poor service provider overseas who doesn't really speak English, you'll be right on the very low end of that range. Honestly, maybe even a little bit lower. And if you're working with a reputable company with a brick and mortar office in a major city, and you have a complicated service offering, you're providing a lot of different products or services across several provinces, states, or countries, then you're going to be on the upper end of that range. There also can be smaller projects like one-off services like audits, and that's going to be smaller one-time fees, maybe $500 to $2,500, things like that. So hopefully that gives you kind of a rough gauge on what the costs are of SEO and what people might be spending. And again, you can kind of extrapolate based on your industry and service level where you belong. Let's say you have a local service business, you're a plumber and electrician, and you just work in one city or market, you're going to definitely be on the lower quarter of that range. But let's say you have a software company and you have loads of different keywords that describe your product's features and you sell them to multiple countries, you're going to probably be on the high end of that range. Next thing are the types of SEO. There's a lot of different types of SEO, and I think it'd be interesting for you guys to hear about some of the SEO buzzwords. These are things you're going to hear about in meetings, read on blog posts, things like that. The first common term you'll hear about is on-page SEO. So on-page SEO focuses on optimizing the code and content on your website for your chosen keywords. So it's really easy and obvious to Google what your website's talking about, and you make sure it's set up the way we know Google wants the site to be. In this, you're going to be focusing on optimizing your individual pages and using techniques like keyword research, which we've talked about in other videos, your meta tags, header tags, and internal linking, all that stuff. That's on-page SEO. Next really big part of SEO, or another type of SEO, is off-page SEO, or link building. And what link building is, if you didn't already know, and I have a separate video on this which you can check out, but link building is building links from other sites that point at your site. When Google sees those sites, they view your site as more authoritative and relevant, and in turn are going to be more likely to rank your site instead of your competitors. Another type of SEO is technical SEO. And in this is sort of an extension of on-page SEO, but here you're ensuring your website is technically sound for search engines, specifically Google. And in this, you're kind of making sure that backend is configured the way we know Google wants it and is set up efficiently. And here you're looking at things like site speed, mobile friendliness, and crawlability. These are the kind of things that a scan or an audit on a site like SEMrush is going to identify and show you how to fix. The last type of SEO is local SEO. And local SEO, in here, you're optimizing for local search results. Specifically rather, your Google My Business profile and making sure that you come up in that local map pack for sort of like X near me, plumber near me, electrician near me, things like that. Another thing they're going to be focusing on is acquiring local citations. That's going to be local backlinks to your area, the Better Business Bureau, various local news sources, things like that. The next thing I want to talk about quickly is kind of how SEO works. So we sort of went over the different types of SEO and sort of how you go into it. But to sort of expand on that, sort of how you go about it, the first thing to consider is keyword optimization. We've talked about this a little bit in this video, but here you are going to be optimizing your website for your keywords, and specifically to make sure the search engine, Google in most cases, understands exactly what your content is and match it with user queries. You also need to make sure that you have high quality content. By ensuring that your content is not only high quality, but also valuable and really engaging to users, is going to improve your SEO rankings. Another thing that you can do to improve your SEO is backlinking. So that's off-page SEO. And again, earning backlinks from other reputable sites is going to boost your site's authority and again, make Google more likely to rank your site instead of your competitors. And another big thing with SEO and another thing you can do is improve the user experience. Having a very user-friendly website with fast loading times, mobile responsiveness and optimization is going to contribute to better rankings. These are all things Google's looking at on a site when they're determining the rankings. Now, another really common question I get is why do competitors rank higher? The amount of times I hear from people, hey, I Googled, service in city, plumbers, New York, whatever, and I wasn't on the first page. How come? And it's probably due to a few things. First, competitors are probably ranking higher due to better keyword targeting. They've figured out what keywords are important to their service and area, and they've set up their site for that. They probably have higher quality content, more blogs, more service pages, more location pages. They probably have more backlinks. They've developed way more links, and Google views their site as way more authoritative, or a combination of all these things, a more optimized website structure. Their site's faster, it's better laid out, and it's sort of done all the things Google wants to do. If you feel that that's the case, an SEO audit can probably help you identify areas for improvement and figure out the gaps in your site compared to your top competitors who are on page 1. Now, kind of wrapping up here, another really big thing I hear about is people asking, is SEO dead? Is it something in the past? Do people still do this? And the answer is absolutely no. It's totally evolving. There's all sorts of new trends that are going into SEO, like voice search, artificial intelligence, and mobile-first indexing. A lot of these things are shaping the future of SEO. And, end of the day, no matter what new things come out, the vast majority of web traffic still happens from organic search. And even with the evolution of things like AI and ChatGPT, it's going to be so many years until, search engines aren't the preeminent way people find things. So no, it's absolutely not dead. And more money is getting put into SEO now than ever. Another common question I hear about is SEO versus paid ads. So obviously on this channel, we talk about SEO a lot, and we also talk about pay-per-click ads quite a bit. And people wonder what's better, what's right for me. And there's pros and cons to both. SEO, as you've probably figured out if you're still here in this video, it focuses on organic traffic, and you're kind of optimizing for long-term success. You're building long-term visibility and credibility. And with SEO, once you kind of get onto page 1, once you've earned that, you sort of keep it. If you stop doing SEO, stop investing in SEO, it's not like you're going to fall off right away. Whereas Google Ads provides immediate visibility through those paid ads and is really, really great for quick results and also for testing new strategies. That's a really underrated thing I think a lot of people miss with paid ads, is if you're running paid ads and you find words that are converting well and you're getting good jobs or good customers, you can just look at those words in that data and start ranking for those words organically so you get off that hamster wheel of spending money for ads. I think a really good comparison, I've heard this from a client of mine, is doing SEO is a lot like paying down a mortgage on a house on page 1 of Google, or PPC ads is a lot like paying rent. They're both valid strategies, but if you're in it for the long haul, SEO is probably going to be the thing for you. And viewing PPC as more of a lead light switch, something you can turn on a slow quarter, maybe if you need a little bit of extra help, can be a really good strategy. So anyways, I hope you guys found that useful. Hope that explained a little bit about what is SEO, is it real, and is it helpful? A couple of things I just want to wrap up, a few key takeaways. First, SEO, it's a long-term strategy. It's something that's going to increase your website visibility in the long run by optimizing content, but it's not something that's super quick. Next thing, the costs totally vary. And again, it depends so much on your service needs. And again, it's a rough range. SEO is something that's probably going to cost somewhere between $500 and $5,000. And again, if you're a local service business, you're probably going to be on the lower end of that range. The main technical terms for you to remember is on-page SEO and off-page SEO. And those two things work together to improve rankings, and that's what you get on page 1. SEO is super, super relevant. And, as things adapt and evolve, SEO is going to continue to change as well, and make sure that you're optimizing your site for voice search and mobile indexing and AI and all that stuff. And lastly, combining elements of PPC with an SEO campaign is probably going to be your best bet, as you're able to leverage long-term organic growth and short-term paid visibility without being dependent on that long-term ad hamster wheel and being subject to higher ad costs in the long run. So anyways, I hope you guys found that useful. If you did, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have any questions or future video ideas, definitely let me know down in the comments, and we'll see you in the next one.